Hello everyone, this is Mira, and I'm here with the Laura matchup guide. This time it's Laura, Samir, and I'm kind of excited to talk about this. I kind of actually like the mirror. Laura fights the mirror very well. Laura definitely beats Laura. It's definitely a 6-4 matchup. She just has really good tools to combat a lot of her fake pressure. So actually what boils down to it is it's either a war of footsies or one Laura just totally oppressing the other. Yeah, so let's get right into it as we always do with Thunderclap. So Laura can go under her own Thunderclap really well with low forward. You see I'm pretty close. And she kind of ducks down and is able to get behind it. She can also force a trade. Sometimes it crush counters with sweep. Obviously, if you're too late or too far out, it's not gonna work. Crouch short also will go under. It's really good. So yeah, so if Laura is just doing like canceling in a thunderclap or doing like thunderclap right in your face, see, I had actually a lot of time just to crouch medium kick under it. So always look for that. If they're trying to like throw a lot of fireballs, you can definitely combat it meterlessly and get pressure, which is very strong. So that's why say it kind of like relies a little bit on footsies. As always, some of the best footsie buttons are like stand short, crouch medium kick. So if you want to be very patient and look for the other Laura's crouch medium kick, like that's probably one of the best ways to get in is do your stand short buffers. But there is a decent poke that I don't always talk about. And that's because some of the characters I talked about earlier, they could punish it, which is stand roundhouse. Her crouch jab is okay. It's okay to punish, but it doesn't always it's not the best. It's no stand short from Sakura or Ibuki or Ryu. So okay. Let's see. So, I forgot to set this to show this, but so you can practice in training mode to see kind of like what ranges is kind of good to hit this at. So that's what can be to stop people from just doing stand short all the time and low forward. You can hit them with a stand roundhouse. So you can actually do it kind of deep that you wouldn't be able to in most characters, and it's a really good checking tool just to see like to keep them a little honest with hitting their buttons. They might have to think twice about hitting a normal. That and Walk Up Fierce. Walk Up Fierce is a great button. I think Stand Fierce is my favorite button with Laura in footsies, just because it moves her forward, and it's big damage and it crush counters. It can be a heavy risk if you don't space it properly, or if you're just kind of throwing it out. So you just gotta be careful. Light Bolt isn't bad to kind of check them also, but I'm gonna show you like, well, you probably already know this, but -2 against Laura, you want to be like throwing her. You really want to set up the throw game against Laura, since she has no really like throw invul options or like a DP besides like super. So let's see. Which one is okay. So yeah, after like these like light bolts, especially if they're doing this a lot to try to like do it in neutral and check you, you want to start throwing them a lot, because once you start seeing them tech, because sometimes, yeah, depending on what the spacing is, you're gonna have to walk forward a little bit, and so a lot of times like they'll just either walk back or start to backdash after this, either that or they'll tech. So depending on what you've conditioned them to do, there's many like different options. Like if they're walking back, you hit low forward, because if they backdash, they're gonna get flipped out, which isn't a bad thing as long as you don't confirm into a light bolt, and then you'll get punished. But stand fierce. If they're always backdash after that -2 situation, just do stand fierce, EX fireball, heavy bolt, and make them think twice about leaving in well, you're +2. So I think that's a very important part of fighting against Laura is developing a throw game very early on to really crack her open, because her defense is okay but not fantastic. The thing that's really dangerous is extending pressure when she has V-trigger, because you'll get the classic, the into activate, and you have to guess. So I'm gonna just go into, like, say we did get knocked down by Laura. Just to reiterate that, like, sometimes you gotta check your opponent's pressure to make sure they're keeping it very tight against you. Against a lot of Lauras, especially when they do, like, medium bolt knockdown. Where did I set it under? Wake up options, I think. Yeah. Especially with, like, medium bolt, I will jab a lot after on wake up, and I know, like, you should probably block, but a lot of times if they do dash up pressure and they're going for, like, a normal throw or a command grab, the only thing that's going to be real here is a stand jab. So until they present that stand jab option, that they're really committing the meaty you properly, then just keep defending your the fake pressure. So, like, in this ender though, the punch ender, you do get a meaty command grab or a meaty stand medium kick or stand fierce or whatever. So just be careful about this. This is a little bit more real, and I tend to not really check pressure that over there, because I'm just willing to take a grab in that situation with the punch ender. But the kick ender, they don't really get the best Oki. Yeah, it's hard to get, like, really good Oki. So until they start doing dash jab or presenting a true meaty, it's not a bad thing to test them, knowledge checks. Another thing is, this is real Oki, but it's just something I want to go over. Is one of her best enders, as you all know, is the medium punch target combo. Nope, which one is it? I think it's this one. Nope. It's one of these ones, I swear. I think I got rid of it. Shoot. Oh no, here it is. Yeah. And then she can go for, oh, that's right, I changed it. She can go for a meaty, like, stand medium punch, or a very common one is the meaty overhead, which is +3 and it combos. So if they go for this a lot, actually V-shift blows this the hell up, as I just get hit by it because my V-shift didn't come out. I'm still not very good at V-shift, so I apologize. Yeah, you're like +8. You get a really big punish, and if you quick rise and do it, you're +13. Yeah, so if they start, like, just autopiloting the pressure, like, you can definitely blow them up for it. But the thing is, they can blow you up for V-shifting, so you just have to be careful about that, especially if you, like, quick rise. That forward heavy punch is going to hit, it's gonna hit, whoops, that will work. It's gonna hit, and it's not gonna activate the parry. So they can definitely try to blow you up for trying to V-shift thoughtlessly. So be careful about that, but, like, as you shown, like, a wake up button there now will beat that call out. So it's a varying your defensive options so that the Laura can't really get a good read on you is very important, because then after you show them a variety of options, you can then play it safe and just, okay, I'm going to take throws or command grabs, because that's what most of the time during pressure, after I get knocked down or after a light bolt happens from Laura, I take this normal throw or the command grab, because the pressure after her throws as Laura isn't as scary, because she does have the 3 frame to, if any light bolt that she does is going to be able to be challenged. So yeah, 0, but I'll be able to jab with you. V-shifting this, it's okay. You can V-break them for sure. I would definitely break them every time, because if you V-shift the meaty light bolt, you're only +2. So I don't know, it's not always worth it, but I guess if your stun's pretty high, it's worth a shot. And you just gotta be careful, they can try to call you out with it. Another thing you can do is it? I don't know where that pressure is. Oh well. So say you're really afraid of like this fake pressure, the dash up command grab, the dash up, whatever. Delaying an up back is very powerful against Laura because you'll be able to block this light bolt in time. So any like true meaty is gonna get blocked, but more of the fake stuff is going to lose to. You can also delay a jab as well. Oops, my jab didn't come out. To try to check this fake pressure as well. There are countermeasures for it, but you have to really make the Laura start to think about her her offense. Which one is it? Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. Okay. So if you delay it too much, it's gonna not lose. So you're gonna at least block, but you're gonna eat that command grab. So just be very aware of what you can do in certain scenarios and what to really throw off the Laura player's rhythm and pressure. I think V-Shift really benefits her more than helping her. But there are some like good scenarios that you can do it in. One thing that I want to like really like reiterate for a lot of people is the Stand Fierce and an EX Fireball is not real. It's not real at all. So you can go through it. There's a gap. You can go through it with EX command grab. So I always like after I see a Stand Fierce, I will always be buffering this. Something you can do if you don't have any meter is what? This worked earlier. Did I mistime it? I thought this worked. Maybe it's the timing. But yeah. You should be able to also V-shift into, well, obviously V-shift break will hit if you really don't want to deal with it. But she does get a punish for this. I swear she got a punish. Was I just fucking up? I guess she doesn't get a punish. I really thought she did because she was +8. But that doesn't make sense because she's only +8. I guess I wasn't blocking my toes earlier in the dummy. So yeah, you can't do that. So V-break is the guaranteed punish. So you're trading a half bar for a bar. It's not the best, but it's okay. You can't really low forward. You could maybe try to do that, and sneak pressure in there. But the guaranteed V-break, I think, is the best option. Wow. The more you know. I'm glad I went into training mode. See, I learn things when I do these videos, and it makes me happy. Another spot that you can use V-shift in is against sometimes her forward heavy punch on wake up. So like say that she like command grabs you and you know she has meter, you've been in this situation, you've done this before, and she does forward heavy punch and activate. You can V-shift this and you're far enough away that you really sometimes it depends on the timing. V-shift breaking is guaranteed, but depending on when you do the V-shift, you might be able to interrupt it. But if you just kind of block, a lot of times the spacing, like, oh wow, I thought after command grab you could sometimes make the spacing whip, depending on when you do it. I guess it's really really good to do. Oh wow, I'm just making a fool out of myself, huh? See, there we go, there it whipped. See, it's very inconsistent. V-break is the most consistent option, and that's what I really wanted to emphasize, that sometimes taking the V-break is really, really important. Because you can do this against people who think that, oh, I'm just gonna V-shift away, like, especially if you're after, like, a back throw, something like this, you're really close. It's almost guaranteed the forward pierce. That's not the right one. Yeah, it's almost guaranteed to hit, and I'm looking a fool. But it's spacing dependent. So if you do it really early, I think if you do it in the earliest time, what the hell? What? I swear this worked earlier. Okay, it's just inconsistent. Interesting, very interesting. Alright, I'm looking like a fool in this video. But this is okay. The learning process. I'm not right 100% of the time, and this is why I show my work, and I like to show everyone that, like, alright, this is what I go through when I try to lab out things. And V-Shift is a new mechanic. I definitely haven't mastered it. So another thing I want to talk about is her V-trigger. Honestly, a lot of times to get the edge in the mirror, I'll just raw activate, because like I'm just a better version of you now. If the Laura player knows about the fireball, like to go like low forward under, you can start baiting this with the beast skill back to try to like get them to get caught. You won't be there anymore, and yeah, it's a good bait, and I think it's worth going for if the opponent knows how to go under the fireballs. Obviously, if they don't know, you just abuse those fireballs. So EX Bolt is really fast now, so you can actually kind of go through some of these level 2 like charges. You just gotta be careful about when you do it. Yeah, it just depends. You can try. Sometimes you'll blow through it depending on the fireball that you do. But this is a good way to bait them to try to do something. These level 2 claps, these 25 frame startup level 2 claps. It's a really good bait for the EX Bolt. So I wouldn't even really go for it. It's inconsistent whether or not you'll blow through the second one. As I just get blown up. What the hell? Interesting. It really depends on how just if you recover or not in time. Interesting. That's not a bad thing, but I would hold off on it. I usually do the guaranteed like EX command grab, but that also can get baited with the B skill back because she doesn't go super far. This is also a good way to bait this as well, depending on the spacing, obviously, because she's still coming, and she just moves so fast that sometimes she just ignores the second hit entirely of the fireball. It's really hard to get used to. It's very jarring to see how fast that EX Bolt actually is. Let's see. I think that pretty much covers it. Yeah, just try really hard to keep your opponent honest, the Laura player very honest about what fireball traps they can do and get around you, and really present these like annoying options against her in footsies. I know it is kind of awkward. You guys have the same ranges, but yeah, it is what it is. I enjoy it. Maybe I'm weird, but I really like the mirror. A common meaty. I should probably switch sides. Another common meaty I want to test with you all, because I didn't test this earlier. Meaty Stand Fierce. I'm just wondering if it's punishable. Like after a normal throw, this is a very common meaty. Is Stand Fierce. So that was -1. Yeah, you're only like +3. You can V-ship break it, but you can probably punish with a jab. It's worth a shot. And this wasn't even truly meaty on frame 1, so it might be only -2 if we get the true meaty. It should be +6 on hit. There we go. Jesus. Oh well. Oh well. There we go. And of course I'm stunned, yo. There we go. Only +2 if you do it at your meaty. So that's why Laura is kind of difficult to V-shift in my opinion, is because a lot of her meaties rely on just later active frames, so you recover faster, so you're not really punishable. Yeah. Let's see if I don't know if V-shift break is guaranteed. I don't even know if she's blocking. Okay. I suck at V-shift. Okay. I don't know. Very scientific, Mia. Alright. Yeah. I think that's it. Sorry about that. I might edit that out. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But I hope you learned something about your own character, or maybe if you're not, you don't play Laura, you find something to, like, deal with her. She is a menace. I didn't show, like, how to defend against some of her, like, V-trigger setups, to be honest. Because everyone has, like, different setups that they use. And I really don't want to, like, really, like, show you, like, something that you might not ever see. So, yeah. Alright. I love you guys. Be safe. Bye-bye.